Respectfully request the Sangha grave virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tặng thịnh, ý thứ pháp hội cập nhật thiết chúng sanh, tín duyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã mùng, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đạt lạc, tất chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sa Nan Thổ Sư Chế Đô Ye Ở La Hư Đi San Miao San Pu Tô Xie. Nam mô Tát Tát Tha Đô Ya Đa Ya A La Ha Đề Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Tọa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual doctrines. Wu shang sheng sheng wei miao fa bai qian wan jie nan zao yu wo jin jie wen de shou qi Yuan Jie Ru Lai Chen Shi Yi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Qing Liang, Great Master Xuan Hua, all good monks and nuns, and all good knowing advisors, Amitabha. 诸佛菩萨、金良大师、师父上人、各位出家人、各位上智士，阿弥陀佛。Chư Bậc Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại sư, Thiền Điện Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện sĩ tất cả Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the last day of May 2026. Thank you for joining our discussion of the Avatamsaka Sutra. We are on chapter 1, the celestial rulers, the celestial world rulers. The world rulers in this vision of the Buddha, this tip from the Buddha, are these Mahasattvas who manifest themselves to come to the various heavens, heavenly realms up above us, to run them, to rule over them, to keep things orderly, if you will. Okay, and so we've been going through many layers. We started with 6th desire heaven, where the heavenly demons live, and then we go down to 5th desire heaven, 4th, and so forth. Now we are last level. This is where the Dharma protectors, the celestial kings or Dharma protectors live. You see, so for us to be able to function as a Sangha here, we need a lot of protection. And we have what is called the Eightfold Protection, where there are beings who are protective of us because they believe in what we do, and they want to do something constructive with their lives, and therefore they are not able to do that, and therefore they want to benefit from our work by assisting us. And their assistance in come in a form of protection because we have a lot of opposition. We have a lot of enemies, if you will. Because, if you will, the world is divided by two forces, evil and good. The evil side is destructive. The good side is constructive. We build, we improve, we make things better. Evil side is destructive, scams, it cheats people, steals from others, and kills people and destroy properties and so forth. So be cognizant of that. This is something you should watch out for your friends and acquaintances. See what is the nature of their behavior. Are they being constructive or are they being destructive? If they're destructive, stay away. It's not good for you. They're constructive, it's to your advantage to be with them and to work with them. Here on slide 748, this is it talks about the Garuda. Garudas are humongous birds. They're so big. Their wingspan is about the size of maybe 1 to 3 football fields. One wing is this big. So we have 2 wings and it goes like this. And not only are they big, they're very powerful. They are arch enemies of dragons. Dragons are very powerful. For us, by the way, my teacher, masteryonghua, said that in order for us to propagate the Mahayana, we need to have dragons on our side, okay? Because dragons have a lot of spiritual powers. They burn. Anyone seen Game of Thrones? It's partially true. They can roast you in a matter of seconds, and they have roast human meat. They love girls' meat, young girls' meat, and boys. Ooh. All right? And so dragons are very powerful. They have a lot of spiritual powers. They manifest as small, they manifest as big, and they are incredibly powerful. And that's what terrifies the ghosts and the demons. The troublemakers, when they see the dragons, they know they can be roasted alive. Okay? And they can't fly fast enough away from the dragons. So that's why they're terrified of dragons. However, like everything in life, whatever you have is always someone who is an antidote to you. So dragons' arch enemies are Garudas. Garudas are spiritual beings as well. And again, those you who are new here, I ask you to keep an open mind. Avatamsaka Dharma is a kind of insight that the Buddha gave to bodhisattvas. Okay, bodhisattvas are superior beings in Mahayana. They are there to do important projects for the Buddha. Buddhas, as you can imagine, have a lot of projects. And who are the ones who run these projects and accomplish these projects for the Buddhas? Those are the bodhisattvas. Okay, and so Buddha knows how important bodhisattvas are for the Buddhas. Therefore, as soon as each Buddha becomes a Buddha, first thing they do is to teach bodhisattvas. Does it make sense? Because if they need to get things done, they need to depend on bodhisattvas. So the bodhisattvas are the most important disciples of the Buddha. So he taught them first. For 21 days, he taught them this sutra here. So this sutra here, at the time he taught them, the non-bodhisattvas could not hear it, could not just listen to it. Okay, only bodhisattvas were allowed to listen. Now in this Dharma ending age, you have a lot of blessings. That's why you've been able to attend this sutra lecture. And Don't worry, we're going to bring it to the level, to your levels as well, so that you can get something out of it. So the purpose of this is manifold, one of which is to plan a lot of blessings for you. By the way, those who are new or cultivated with us, if you've been cultivating, you want to listen to sutra lectures. Listening to sutra lectures creates a lot of blessings, especially not just any sutra. If you listen to this Avatamsaka Sutra lecture, it's a lot of blessings. And they're planting what we call prajna seeds. The seeds, if you will, of great wisdom, the seeds of greatness, they are yours. Once it goes in your ears, it's there forever until they mature. That's how important it is, folks. Okay? And therefore, you can imagine it's very, very difficult for you to be able, for living beings to be able to encounter this Dharma. Okay? And I assure you, when my teacher was lecturing the sutra here, it took him 10 years. At time lecturing 5 times a day. Each time is an hour, how long? An hour maybe? An hour and a half? An hour. And he would lecture 5 times a day. And he finished it in 10 years. Okay? Which is incredibly fast. We started lecturing this first chapter here. And it took us how many years now? Going 5 years? Looks like we won't be able to finish, maybe at best 2 or 3 chapters. So what we're lacking in length, we provide more depth for you. We make it, we give you insights about this Dharma, this great Buddhist wisdom by that is not available in the Chinese realms, in the original teachings. Only here in the U.S. will you hear about these insights. All right, so this Garuda here is a very powerful bird. It's huge wings here. It is said that it flaps its wing here, and it would dry up the ocean. And the ocean, that's how powerful it is. Yeah, cool? So I'm asking you to keep an open mind. It's not meant for you to understand. It's for you to hear, okay, and let go. That's all you do. That's the best use of your time. Do not try to understand. If it's something you're curious about, you say, I don't believe in whatever, feel free to speak up. Nothing wrong with that, okay? It's perfectly okay to be inquisitive and ask questions. But don't try to understand. That's why I try to relate more for you, to make it more something that's useful to you, knowledge for you, to find it useful in your daily lives, insights on how to live a better life. Okay? And the main thing here, another thing is that keep an open mind. Avatamsaka Sutra, the sutra here, which is taught by the Buddha, is meant to open your mind. What happened to you, to all of us, is that we are accustomed to what we know, okay? And what we know is what is logical, that our mind can grasp. So this young lady here, when she starts, these young men here, when they start going to school, one of the first few things they learn is that they will learn to think, they learn about what's logical, what is rational. Okay? That's our education system. This system here is beyond your rational thinking. This knowledge here is called wisdom. Okay? Things that we don't know, and the Buddha says, I use my wisdom to tell you what's really going on, besides this small world of yours called this Milky Way galaxy. What you know within this realm is so small. Just remember, outside of this galaxy here, there are countless dots of light at night. When you look at the telescope, you see how big the universe is. And Buddha understands this universe. Okay, and so this will help you keep an open mind and have incredible blessings for yourself. My teachers, my current generation, all they do is read it for you. Garuda King, pure light of solid Dharma, gain and passion, liberation, and so forth. They do it. And the mere fact of their reciting it for you, or you listening to it, you reading it, creates tremendous blessings for you. In the future, you'll be an emperor, you'll be an empress, you'll be a king, you'll be and so forth, because of those blessings. Believe it or not. This is why we're doing it. Okay? So the mere fact you're listening alone is incredibly, inconceivably beneficial for you. So if you, who have the privilege to be here more often, when you have a chance, instead of watching YouTube or watching the news, listen to this. Learn the Dharma, and you have a lot more blessings. All right? You learn the insights of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And later, after you get to a high level, that's when you can start watching the news, because now you have to translate it for people like them. Okay? Use analogies. You learn, you watch the news, you read worldly things, because you understand that that's the information for you to create analogies to explain the Dharma. It's not entertainment, folks. Well, it's entertainment, 50%. The other 50% is work. All right? Otherwise, it would be so boring. It's all work. All play, it gets boring too. All right, shall we get started? So feel free to ask questions, okay? Just be patient. Garuda King, pure light of solid Dharma, gain a passage into liberation of, helping countless sentient beings to each perfect his unique wisdom.
兼法净光迦楼罗王得成就无边众生差别智解脱门。
Again, today I beg for your patience, and because we just celebrated the Buddha birthday, Vesak, we call it. And as you can see on the screen, maybe it doesn't show up on the screen. If you lower the camera, you can't lower the camera. You see there's some flower arrangements here. Okay, very, very beautiful. And a lot of people put a lot of work, a lot of time and efforts and expenses in doing this. I'm very grateful. We bathe the Buddha, and just for your information, the mere fact that you were bathing the Buddha right there earlier, okay, it designed symbolically represents your cleansing yourself of the three poisons of greed, anger, and stupidity. That's why we pour water on the Buddha 3 times. Okay? And some of my disciples, I noticed they want to make sure they do it right, so they pour on top of the Buddha's head. I don't go to their shoulders because I didn't want to go over the Buddha's head. No, they want to do more, get more blessings. So they pour over the Buddha's head. So their reduction of greed, anger, stupidity will be a lot more than mine. It's symbolic, but actually, trust me, we do it because it helps tremendously. You would feel less greedy, less angry, less stupid. Okay? All right. So we do a lot of things. These things are not wasted. Trust me. And these time, the expenses we put into this are to benefit you. All right? All right. Do you have Chinese?
Yeah, I already read it.
You did already?
Yes.
Wow, time flies. Okay, and again, usually on weekends, depends on how much I eat. If I eat too much, I don't read. These slides here, you feel free to read them, okay? And if I'm lazy, I just make up things as I go along, okay? I do not like to read when I'm full. Okay, so what is this Garuda king? So he's a king of the Garuda birds, or the golden winged peng bird, another word for them. His name is Pure Light of Solid Dharma. Okay, and so he's known among his peers. And unlike us, where we can get scammed and conned by others because we don't know better, okay? In their world, this is the Mahasattva worlds. This is where the Bodhisattvas, they know each other very, very well. So that's why for them to have this name, this reputation is pure light of solid Dharma. That is conferred upon him by his peers and by the Buddhas. Okay? So they know each other and they're for real. So it kind of reminds you that the world is a lot more orderly than you think. We, for example, in the human realm, think we own the world and we're on top of the world. No. We still answer to the heavens above. And it's not surprisingly, most of you don't realize it, but the Christian God is one of the heavenly kings. We studied him already in the past as one of the layers of heavenly kings who actually rule over our world as well. All right? So have faith. Don't worry if things happen to be weird and so forth. It's only temporary. Actually, things will straighten out because of these world rulers. It's their job to make sure that everything is okay for us. And how can you make sure that everything is okay for you? By creating good karmas. If you create bad karmas, bad things will happen to you faster than you realize. If you stick to doing good things, avoid doing bad things, then more good things will happen to you than bad things. It's that simple rule of thumb in Buddhism that is the universal truth. You want good things? Do good. Avoid bad things. It's a lot bigger than your intellect, a lot bigger than you, because the forces of good and evil will manifest themselves in ways that are inconceivable. Okay? If, for example, for your reference, if you did bad things in the past, and as a consequence, the result of which is that in the future, you will incur the consequences of those things. For example, if you killed in the past, in the future, you'll be sick and you'll be killed. Okay? Sickness is a form of being killed. Okay? And we all did a lot of bad things. And we've been coming around and around here to this realm, this world, human realm. We create good things and bad things. And bad things will happen to us because of the bad causes that were planted in the past. Okay? I'm not criticizing you. I too did a lot of bad things. Buddhas too did a lot of bad things. When Shakyamuni Buddha came to our world, he had a lot of problems. He was very sick himself. As a Buddha, he was very, very sick. He had a personal physician by the name of Visakha, a great physician who had, towards the end of Buddha's life, had to see him a few times a day. Even Buddhas are sick because once you come to this world, you have to incur the retributions for the evil things that you did in the past. Okay? So it's inevitable. Okay? However, if you do good things, then it's less likely that those bad consequences will come to you. Usually, you incur the terrible consequences because you did something bad. And that's why it's a reminder. If something bad happened to you, ask yourself, what did I do now? Instead of blaming others. All right. So his name is, he gained a passion to liberation, meaning he became enlightened. Okay? And not enlightened, but he reached his current level of wisdom, of enlightenment, of achievements by helping countless sentient beings to perfect each of their unique wisdom. Okay? Sentient being refers to beings that have feelings. That includes us, that includes our pets, that includes the chickens that you eat. Anyone like chicken? Okay. They also have feelings. All right, so those are sentient beings. And this Garuda king here is actually a big high-level bodhisattva. We call it Mahasattva. He got there, got to his position, his level of enlightenment, level of attainment, by helping. See, this is what they do. These beings, when they have the wisdom, when they have the power, then what they do, instead of insisting on me, I get what I want, okay, they insist, and instead they help others. Okay, so they help not others, they help countless sentient beings. Why countless? Meaning that they're not happy with helping just one. They want to help two. If they can help two, they want to help three. If they can help three, they want to help four, and help 5 and 6 and so forth. Okay? This is slightly different from wanting your first million, then your second million, or third million. This is we want help more sentient being and more and more and more. Okay? That's how they keep track. And here, countless sentient beings, meaning that their influence, their capacity to help, they are able to help countless, so many that you lose track. You cannot keep track of anymore. You see, the realm of these beings, they're so superior that they're so big, they're so powerful that they don't do small things. They do great things only, and that manifests as countless sentient beings, countless people. We only are so happy we can help our children. And if, we spend so much time raising our children, by the time they're grown up, we're old and sick and tired, okay? And that's only your own children. Imagine that you are Mahasattva. They look at all sentient beings like their children. They help them all. is such a cool thing, if you ask me. I don't know that state. It's just that I can't imagine. I have 30 disciples, I think 30, right? And they keep track. I don't keep track because if I keep track, I would stop accepting disciples. Too many. I'm very cost conscious and cheap. And imagine that they are helping so many beings that they don't keep track of anymore. Okay, how do they help them? They help them make money. Is that how you want? You want them to get this kind of help? Get food, money. I love pizza. Wouldn't that be nice? They don't just do small things. The count is incredible, but also they help them what? What kind of help they do? So these beings who have the wisdom, who have the power, of course, what they want to do is pretty big itself. They don't want to do small things like, I helped you get a burger, I helped you get full, I helped you get rich, and so forth. It's too small. I helped you get well. Too small. Okay? That's for low-level people. These bodhisattvas, they help us do what? Perfect our wisdom. Wisdom is your inherent ability to understand, to see without thinking. If you need to think, then whatever you understand is limited by your ability to think. Have you thought about it? I know it sounds insulting to scientists who says, I'm the smartest people in the world. You're smart because you base on your mind. And your mind, therefore, whatever you know is limited by the ability of your mind to comprehend, to understand, to reason. Okay? Whereas wisdom is the super mind, if you will, your Buddha mind behind it. The Buddha mind be that behind that thinking mind of yours, the Buddha mind that enables you to think like that, using your brains. Okay? So that's why the spiritual world is actually not as useless as most people paint it to be, categorized as leeches, as losers of society when they can't do anything in society, so they become monks and nuns and hide from the real world because they cannot handle it. Okay, actually, wisdom. The Buddha created a sangha for people like me and by my disciples, is to help them open their wisdom. You go to universities to hone your intellectual mind. You go to Buddhism to hone your wisdom. Okay, what does it have to do with you? Okay, it has to do this simple fact. Now, I've been observed for 20 years now. I've been doing this for 20 years now. When you open your wisdom, the Buddhist wisdom here that we talked about, okay, you all of a sudden you become smarter. How do you measure the smarts? You work faster, you solve problems better, and you work so much faster, and therefore you get a lot more done, or you be done in a few hours. My disciples, A lot of my disciples, funny ones in the early days, 20 years ago, this lady here, she has her own business, and she said she used to work her butt off every day and running her own business. After she got to a certain level of meditation skills, she said, now I realize every day I only need to work 5 hours. That's it. I get everything done. And the rest of the time, I go dancing. She went from 1 dhyana to 5, 6 dhyana, and she now have more time to go dancing and drinking and having fun. And she told me that herself. And I heard this from so many people, doctors, engineers, and so forth. They work faster, they work few hours, okay, and get things done. All right. So that's what wisdom is about. Wisdom is that ability to know without using your intellect and to solve problems without thinking. Okay? You all have it. You just don't know how to use it. Okay? It's nothing new. You all own it, but you just never were trained to use your wisdom, the power of your wisdom properly. This is what keeps us in business, by the way. Okay? All right. Unique wisdom. So each one of us have specific advantages, specific skills. All right, it's natural. We have different tendencies. For example, some of us are more interested in cooking, so they later became great chefs and so forth. Some of us more interested in arts. Okay, some of us more interested in mathematical sciences, and so they became scientists and researchers and so forth. Some of us are into the medical sciences, become healers and so forth. And so we all develop our own unique skills. And it's interesting, what's interesting here is each one of us have our own unique wisdom. We are better at certain things, right? Because we cannot excel everything. We are limited by that. When you get to the Mahayana level, you excel at more and more things. And when you get to the Buddha's level, then you excel at everything. That's why it takes time for you to develop that kind of wisdom. And you see, so imagine that each one of us have our unique wisdom, our unique distinctive competence, okay? We're better at math, some are better at physics, some are better in chemistry, some are better in philosophy, and so forth. That's your unique wisdom. Is that clear? All right? So let's say it's like you're a professor and you come to this Mahasattva here, Garuda King here, and he teaches you he teaches you about physics, he teaches you about chemistry, he teaches you about medical sciences, he teaches you about biology, okay, mathematics, you name it, he can teach you. Think about it. Does it make sense? Does the analogy help? Okay? That's what happens. You go to university, you want to specialize, get a degree in engineering, right? You have to go to the engineering department, right? Which is separate from the philosophy department. And so forth. Right? This Guru, the King Pure Light of Solid Dharma here, he can teach you to perfect your wisdom in everything, in so many sentient beings, okay? As I said, each one of us has different interests. He can help us all to develop our own unique wisdom. That's how powerful, how much wisdom he has. It's hard work, folks. It's not talk. In order for him to get there, how did he get there? by learning about engineering in one lifetime, maybe 10 lifetimes, 100 lifetimes. Come back, learn about medical science, and come back, learn about arts, come back, learn about philosophy, so that he's a Renaissance man. He knows everything. So that he can help all of us, not so all of us, but countless numbers of us. It's mind-boggling, if you ask me. I read this and I say, wow, this man is incredible. He knows so much. And remember, those you who have earned his PhD already, how long did it take you? 5 years? 7 years? 10 years or more? Yeah? To learn one subject. He knows so many subjects. Mind-boggling. Okay? All right. Yeah, Master Shua talked about what is unique wisdom. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. Any questions about the last slide? You see, now you know why it's taking me so long. Master Shua took him about 10 minutes, okay, to talk about this. Okay, this, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Took me almost an hour to get here. Next, Garuda King wondrously adorned crowned cow began a passage into liberation of, adorning the citadels of the Buddha Dharma.
妙言观即迦楼罗王得庄严佛法成解脱门。
Okay, we have a YouTube question. Go ahead, YouTube question.
Thank you, Master. Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you.
We have a question here. We have a question here from Zihong. Master, the Garuda King of pure light of solid Dharma helps us develop our own unique wisdom. Is this wisdom worldly or transcendental or both? Thank you.
Okay, good question. Is it wisdom as a transcendental wisdom or as a worldly wisdom? You start first by developing transcendental wisdom. And once you develop your transcendental wisdom and you progress along, eventually you will have to start developing, using a transcendental wisdom to develop worldly wisdom, which is the reverse order of learning. Worldly people, they develop worldly wisdom first. And once you develop worldly wisdom, you're stuck with worldly wisdom, very limited worldly wisdom. Whereas the people who know better, they should first develop transcendental wisdom instead of getting lost in details. Okay, here's what happens. Why is it more preferable for you to first develop transcendental wisdom instead of worldly wisdom? If you develop worldly wisdom, let's say you are a great AI researcher. Anyone? Anyone who is an AI researcher? Let me know. I will give you a nice chair. I will treat you differently. Why? Because I know you're very rich. in the Bay Area, if you're an AI researcher, I know you get paid in millions of dollars every month, maybe. All right? And so, let's say you're an AI researcher nowadays. You are so busy making money. That's what you do. Make more money and make more money and make more money, maybe for the next 10 years until you become obsolete. All right? Here's a problem with worldly wisdom is that you're attached to it. You want to utilize it. You want to exploit it. I want more money. I want even more money tomorrow, more money next month. Because it's a logical thing to do. Yeah? Otherwise, you don't do it. Your wife will call you stupid. Okay? And the good wives are the ones who encourage you to make more money. All right? So this is a problem with worldly wisdom. You become attached to your worldly wisdom. Okay? And you won't have time to develop transcendental wisdom. Meaning your worldly wisdom is this much. That's it. Transcendental wisdom, on the other hand, is the kind of wisdom that enables you to free from any attachment you might have. So this is why I submit to you, it's better for us. It's better to first develop transcendental wisdom, okay, and then develop worldly wisdom. Because once you have worldly wisdom, you will not be attached to it. And you have much higher levels of worldly wisdom. All right? So that's why the bodhisattvas in our world, we encourage people to develop the wisdom first. And if they're interested in making money and contributing to society in the field of building bridges, building housing and so forth, okay, which is sorely needed in the Bay Area here, then once you have transcendental wisdom, you can develop the worldly wisdom to achieve those worldly goals, okay? And you do a better job, okay? Your results will be far bigger, and you will not be attached to it. You will not be attached to your worldly wisdom. Because that's what I see. Worldly people, they use their worldly wisdom, they're attached because of money, because of reputation, because of fame, because of worldly things. But transcendental wisdom, once you have that, you can let go. And that's why when you acquire worldly wisdom, you will not be attached to worldly wisdom. Because suppose that someone who learns worldly wisdom of healing, okay, I've seen it too many people. I've seen it in our temple doctor. When I first started 20 years ago, a guy came and my disciple had needs medical help. I sent my disciples to him. Okay, and he loved it. He said, oh, the master likes me. The master has high regards for me. So send them for this problem, this carpal tunnel syndrome. They have liver problems. They have heart problems. And he said, oh, master, I will help them for free because they're your disciples. I said, oh, thank you. You're so wonderful as a person. Okay, and he's a good man, by the way. He's been a doctor for 7 generations, his family. And so our people were very happy. And then pretty soon, after a couple of years of doing that, my students started reporting to me, started telling me. So they said, you know, Master, he when you send me to him, you know what he did to fix me? before he would go and you recite mantras and flex the muscles and press acupressure points and so forth. He has many skills, by the way, and after a while, my students started reporting to me something really strange. He stopped doing those things to us. He just told us to bow together to the Buddha. I'm serious. This is the truth. This is what they told me. I don't peep into people's privacy, what they do, okay? If they want to fix my disciple, go and fix it. You're a doctor, I'm no doctor. Why should I fix my disciples? So anyway, but after a while, they realized that he's only makes them bow to the Buddha, bow to me, okay? And somehow they got better. He stopped fixing them doing those things. You know why? Because when he first came to me, he had this problem he could not fix himself. It's incurable disease, because he helped someone with an incurable disease. What kind of disease? Would you like to know? Something called herpes. He helped them. He's that brave. If you have herpes, I would say, go see a doctor. He helped someone with herpes, ex-colonel in the armed forces who had herpes for a long time. So he helped them. Okay? He helped them, and the guy got well. Very well, Not totally well, but, he got drastically better. And what happens? That doctor there, he showed me his fingers. Not his finger. You are so bad. The girls is so bad, so fast. Okay, he showed his finger. That finger, okay? It's red. It's swollen, it's red. And he says, it will come to me periods where we will swell up, okay? And I will recite mantras, because I use mantras to help my patient, that guy, the colonel, ex-colonel, and he got better. And he didn't know. I said, yeah, he got better, but the herpes came to you. And so now your finger is so occasionally the finger would swell up and become red. And no matter how hard, and this is going to happen to your wife too, Samson, no matter how much he worked, how hard he worked, how many mantras he recited, how long he recited, the finger was still swollen and it's all red. And one day he came to me, and he talked to me because someone introduced him to me. He said, there's a kind of weird monk there. Go take a look. Go look at him and see what kind of monk he is. And he's curious. He came and talked to me. And I thought, talk to me. He says, can I, before I leave, kind of do something? And he showed me his finger. I said, I have this problem here. And I looked at it and said, how do you get this? I said, I have herpes. It's from herpes. I said, okay, good luck to you. Goodbye. Okay. And so by the time he left, we talked about an hour. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. He asked a lot of questions about meditation, about my Dandian, about so forth, and all about Buddhism and so forth, and Chan and so forth. And by the time he left, he said, Master, can I make a final request? I said, okay, what? He said, can I bow to you? I said, okay, you can bow to me. So he bowed to me 3 times. He came back. He came home. 2 days later, he called me. My finger got well. I mean, that finger. So he would then come to my house. I used to live in a small house. We're a lot happier too, by the way. Anyway, so periodically, he was fixing a lot of people. So periodically, he would say, call me up and say, can I come and see you? I say, what for? I just want to pay respects. I say, really? Why? Are you, back in my mind, say, are you bringing money or food or something, chickens or something? No, I just want to pay respects. So he came and paid respects and he left. That's it. And maybe a month later, he said, can I come and see you? To pay respects. So we come and do that. And eventually I say, what am I missing? What is wrong with this picture? And I realized that he fixed his people, his body got sick. So by the end of the month, he couldn't handle it anymore, so he came and bowed to me and dumped it on me. The next month, he came and dumped it on me again, and again and again. I finally said, hey, stop it. If you fix people, you have to bear the consequences. Don't dump it on me. And because of that, he never said hello to when I sent my disciples to him. So I got back at him. I said, I have a sick disciple here. Will you fix it for me? So he would fix my disciple, the next disciple, and so forth. In the end, what happened? He got back to me again. That's what they reported to me. He wouldn't fix them, he just made them bow to me. These Vietnamese are very, very crafty. It's very hard to outsmart them. I said, you're a doctor, you want to fix people, right? Hey, here's my people, they're sick. Here, fix them, fix them. He says, okay, I fix them. But then he bowed to me to fix them. And they got well. So I changed cities. I used to be in LA, so now I'm in San Jose. And you cannot bow that far, huh? How do I get there? I don't know. I digress a lot. Yeah. Way Mountain.
Master, just curious question. Is bowing to your image works the same way?
Bowing my image?
Yes.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. My teacher, by the way, my teacher says, anyone who hears my name, sees my image, and prays to me, I will wait for you to become a Buddha until, I won't become a Buddha until you become Buddha. I said, wow, what a silly thing to do. He's a Mahasattva. I'm no Mahasattva. Are you crazy? No, you bear your own cross. Not my problem. You want to fix people, you pay the consequences. Okay? All right. I'm trying this new white thing here. So I'm looking at myself. There you go. Korean thing. I went to Korea, I pick up a few things, you know. It's part of my fun. You think I sit here and talk to you without, it's got to be fun, otherwise. That's the point in living. All right. Where are we? I go back to the slide. Yeah. This wondrously adorned crown cowl, okay? The bodhisattvas, okay? This is how you can tell bodhisattvas. Look at the statues behind me, the 3 statues. They have a bump on the head. Notice that? Is that true? Oh, you can't see. How about the Buddha? See the bump on the Buddha's head? Okay? That's called a crown cowl. Okay, it's the coolest thing because that's for bodhisattvas only. Only bodhisattva has a bump in the middle of the head. Okay, so now you know. Please don't go home and take a hammer and hit yourself in the middle of the head. That's how you become a bodhisattva. Forget it. It doesn't work that way. Okay? You naturally have this bump in your head. And so that's why a crown cow, adorned crown cow, wonderfully adorned crown. And you see, the bodhisattvas have it, and the Buddha is the biggest and the most adorned. So when you say about wondrously adorned, this guy, this Mahasattva, is pretty close to become a Buddha. Because it's a wondrously adorned crown cow. It's big, it's very big, trust me. You don't get named by this by your peers unless it's for real, okay? Unlike our presidents and politicians, bodhisattvas don't lie. Real bodhisattvas don't lie. Okay? Okay, that's why he's known among his peers as wondrously adorned crown cow. So he knows about adornments. He knows how to make things wonderfully beautiful. He became there. He became to this position. Okay? This is clear and clear. He got there. He got put in this position of being a Guru the King by adorning the citadels of the Buddha Dharma. Citadels are places, big places. Places of Buddha Dharma. What are the places of Buddha Dharma, you think? And here, I can refer you to someone who's an authority on these things. I talk a lot, and therefore you should take it with a grain of salt. I'm no bodhisattva. So I just shoot my mouth. That's all. Okay. I read them before, all this beforehand. Okay, don't think I didn't do my homework. I did my homework. That's why I can afford to be lazy sometimes. Bodhimandas are the places where you cultivate. That's where you find the Buddha Dharma. And what are the Bodhimandas? A place, the way places. Bodhimandas is Sanskrit for way places. Way places meaning a place where people cultivate the way. Cultivate the way meaning you do things. They will help you become enlightened, open your wisdom. And before that, you become healthier, become smarter, you become wiser, you become happier, and all those things. But the ultimate is that you become enlightened, and that is the ultimate of happiness. Along the way, you'll be happier. And the happier will be incredible. What we call inconceivable is not something we can explain for you. You have to experience it. It cannot be described. Okay? All right. And many of them here, many of you here have experienced it, and we experienced higher levels for sure. Okay. So Bodhimandas. So what are Bodhimandas? This is a good reference here from Master Xunhua. That's where sutras are lectured. Here's a Bodhimanda. Where sutras recited. One bows at the Buddha. This is advertisement. Just in case you haven't noticed. One recite the Buddha's name. Bows with repentance. What's the point in bowing repentances? Remember I talked to you earlier about you create bad karmas and they're there, they haunt you for life, lifetime of a lifetime. When they mature, you cannot take it. Okay? So in Buddhism, especially in Mahayana, we have many ways of repentances. you bow and do things that will erase those retributions. And how does it work? It works because you cannot erase it, but you can ask the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to help erase them for you. Does it make sense? You ask someone who's stronger than you to erase it for you. All right, so that is what we call in Mahayana repentances. Okay? Well, sutras are translated, probably not here. Sutras distributed, probably not here. So there are lots of places where you can cultivate the way. And this is where you come and hear lecture, you're cultivating. You recite, you're cultivating. You translate, you're cultivating. You're distributing, you're cultivating. Okay, not just here, but any place where these activities occur is called bodhimanda. What's the big deal? Big deal is that, remember, at the start of the lecture, what did I talk to you about? Garudas, right? And what else? Anyone? What else did I talk about? Come on, I spent almost an hour and a half with you and you really didn't pay attention? Huh? What did I talk about? Garudas. What else did I talk about? Dragons? Huh? What else? Dharma protectors? Yeah? What did I tell you? What do Dharma protectors do? Protect the Dharma and to protect the people who practice the Dharma. So, why is it useful to you? What's the point here? Those beings protect the Dharma, protect people who practice the Dharma, right? So, I brag to you, I said, this bodhimanda has protection. Yeah? Whatever harasses you, when you feel depressed, when you feel harassed, when you feel overwhelmed, instead of taking a pill to control your depression, or control your manic, you come to the temple, you find something amazing happens, you get relief. It stops. Why? Because you come here, you're protected by these beings. They come here, you come here, they protect you naturally. It's free of charge. I used to have a disciple in Korea. I have a temple in Korea. The first temple I have. Can you have photos of that temple? Xin, can you blow up a few photos of our beautiful temple and the first temple I have in Korea? You'll be so impressed, let me tell you. Okay, while I'm looking for it. So I went to the first temple, I opened the first temple, and I was new, and the Koreans looked down upon us and said, what do you know about Buddha Dharma? We are Mahayana, okay? But we came there, we went there anyway. And so not many people came. I remember a couple came, a young couple came. Yeah, a young couple came. You see, he's listening. Isn't it wonderful? He has a lot of Mahayana prajna seats. Avatamsaka seats. Yeah? Congratulations, boy. All right? And so I remember, I said, I didn't live here. Master Exi. Exi, are you there? He was there in Korea. So I was told that there's a young couple who would come to the temple regularly. And I said, okay, oh, nice, good for you. And eventually, it turns out that they came because the wife is bipolar. So every time she threw a tantrum and he went berserk, he didn't know what to do. Okay? he would tell her, let's hop on a car, let me bring you to the temple. And so he drove her to the temple, brought her in, and say, okay, honey, I see you later. And he left. And guess what? The wife calmed down at the temple. And after she calmed down, she stayed there for maybe a little while, maybe 1 or 2 days, and went home, and they're happy again. And a month later, he dropped her again. And he got well, and then she came home. And so that's how I gained Korean disciples. It's so sad, you know? And so you see, Bodhimandas are there to help you. All right? What does it have to do with you? Look at the list. Come on, guys, look at this. Okay? Where you bow to the Buddha. Let's say talk this line here. Can you not move, please? Let's say you recite the Buddha's name. Okay? Or you bow to the Buddha. Okay? Let's just use this line here, the third line. Where you bow to the Buddha, that's where there's a Bodhimanda and you have protection, right? You bow to the Buddha. How about you, after you're done here, go somewhere and find a Buddha statue. Bring it home. Put it on the altar in a clean room. Don't put it in your bedroom, okay? Okay? Find a corner, clean corner, nice corner, quiet corner. Put the Buddha statue there. And occasionally you recite Buddha's name or bow to the Buddha, bow to the statue. That corner right there is a Bodhimanda. And what is the big deal? Let me teach you. Let me tell you. That corner right there is more peaceful, the most peaceful place in your house. You go near that altar, that area there is the most peaceful. Why? Because the Buddha statues have Dharma protectors around it. So the troublemakers don't dare encroach on that sealed area. Like here, you come here, the area is sealed. So the beings who are harassing you, they come here, they have to stop. They have to stay outside. They cannot come in. They come in, they bow to the Buddha, they're allowed to come in, but they're not allowed to come in to harass you. They harass you, get out. When they behave, they're allowed to stay till you get relief for that reason. So I sort of tell you because people think that we are parasites of society, we're a burden to society. No, we're not. We're helping you in visible ways that you don't realize. Okay? So finally, so all of you should be going, therefore all of you should go get your statues and put it in a corner of your house, your living room or somewhere. It's also another distinction. Remember the concept of Dharma protectors? What are they protecting? Your practice. Not just the Buddha, but your practice as well. Your protection is proportional to your level of practice. It's just like if you protecting yourself against drones nowadays, okay? You need only a shotgun. Agree? You don't need a Tomahawk missile. You don't need intercontinental ICBMs to protect yourself, right? All you need is one shotgun. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. You're too small. You're gonna send a nuclear bomb to kill you, right? However, your protection is that of a shotgun. Our protection is protection for all of you. So the protection is bigger, much more. Okay? That's our purpose. That's our usefulness. Oh, yeah, this is our famous Jewel Mountain Temple in Korea. That's our Buddha Hall, by the way. Our glorious Buddha Hall. After 7 years, it's just this adorned. And I like to tell this anecdote. The Koreans walk in, they heard of us. He said, oh, you guys are really serious cultivators. People whisper, these people cultivate, they work very hard. The Koreans love it, by the way. They respect people who cultivate, so they had to come and take a look. They walked in there and said, where's your Buddha Hall? We have no Buddha statues, by the way. We're that poor. These, by the way, are the first Buddha statues I bought. First ever. After 15 years, 17 years, I finally bought some statues. And so they look in Buddha Hall, there's no Buddha statues whatsoever. Okay? But the protection is pretty good because of our cultivation. Master Z used to be here. Master Z, the abbot of Wei Mountain Temple, the one there. The one lower screen right there for you newcomers. There you go. Look at him. He's sleepy. He left the home life. I ordained him and I put him to work and then at the Gold Forest in San Jose. And after a couple of years, I said, oh, we're opening Korea, so I need you to go to Korea to pacify the area. So I went to Korea. And he pacified Jewel Mountain Temple right there. See how many disciples we have. This it gets as busy as it gets for us. It's funny. They don't show up until I show up. Okay? They come, maybe a few people come because they need, like some crazy people, they need some protection. They want to cultivate and meditate and so forth, recite Buddha's name and so forth. Okay? But it gets busy most when I'm there. If you knew people, she's Korean, I go there to recruit Koreans. They could cultivate, the Koreans could cultivate. All right, Wei Mountain.
Hello, Master. We're happy you're back. I just wanted to put in a plug for our Buddhist youth program this summer.
Yeah, the youth program. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, so we're still registering students. It's going to be a seven-week program in July.
7-week program?
No, sorry, 7-day.
I was terrified. My heart stopped for a moment.
Thanks for the correction.
I saw light.
1 week.
Scared me to death.
Sorry, Master. Yeah, so it's going to be a 1-week program starting Monday, July 13th to Sunday, July 17th.
All right.
We're going to be, so we're going to be going over meditation, life skills, fundamental Buddhist teachings, and some social-emotional skills built in there as well. So if you have children between the ages of 11 to 17, please register and join us for the program this summer.
Okay, thank you. Do we have flyers?
They're currently
You should post flyers somewhere. And then And then what is the maximum number of participants are you willing to take?
Capacity is at 12.
Caps out at 12. So what if people make a reservation and don't show up?
Then they don't show up.
But then others are turned down because and they have no space. How do we handle that? We send Jesse, brother Jesse, to visit them, or what?
No, so we'll have a wait list.
Someone show Jesse, a photo of Jesse right there. Turn over to Jesse and stand up Jesse. Jesse's the tallest guy in our congregation. He can be very scary. No, be careful, because does it cost anything? Because people usually make reservations and don't show up.
Yeah, it's a free program.
See?
But if we pass capacity and you're still signed up, then you can be put on a wait list, and we'll notify you if we have no shows. It's going to be hard to plan for families, but that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, well, if they don't show up, they're blacklisted. Okay, very good. So give us, send us something so that we can post it here.
Yeah.
Okay? 12 is not that many people. I think we'll fill up very, very fast.
Yeah, so we have the information on our website, so you can look up the information there and register.
Okay.
We should have on our social media sites in different languages as well already. So yeah, sign up.
Okay, you heard her. Okay, please sign up. There are only 12 places, so it should be a good program. First time, but should be good. And what the age range is? What age?
11 to 17.
11 to 17. Maybe a good exposure for them. Okay, they learn a bunch of good things. Have exposure to a good environment. Okay, you're too young man. That's it. Not for you. Are we in a good mood today? Any final things I would like to bring up? I only have 2 minutes left. No? Then we finish early. Let me see. Can I wrap this up? Okay, give me 2 minutes to wrap it up. So, by the way, the places where people cultivate, the places that contain the Buddha Dharma that is of great benefits to society, okay, that's called citadels of the Buddha Dharma. And what is adorning? Adorning citadels is that they have a way of making it very, very adorned, okay? And the fascinating thing about this is that, you see, he didn't help people. Notice that the prior celestial king, he helped people open wisdom. This guy became famous, became powerful as a celestial king, world ruler, by adorning the way places. Interesting. There's so many ways to get there. So many ways to skin the cat, if you will. Now you know. Adorning. What does it mean to you, adorning the way places? Picking up the trash, straightening the cushions, sitting straight. Okay, that's adorning. So that people walk in here, they have a good impression. This adorning the way place, right here. When you do this, when you adorn the way places, you get tremendous blessings. That's why you become a Garuda king. If you want to become an animal. Wait, it doesn't sound good. Got that? All right. Thank you, everyone. Next time we will start at, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 757. Next slide. Thank you, everyone. Let's do a merit and virtue transference. Okay, see you next time. Thank you. My, you're happy today. Oh, by the way, for announcement as well, for those who plan to come attend that one-day session in July, I was aware of that, so I went to Berlin and I brought back some surprise for the participants. Very, very nice surprise. Yeah, individual. Yeah. What is it? Well, you'll find out. Yeah. Well, I can't please everyone.